Hello, hello, everybody. It is Thursday. So that means it's time for a mom on a mission. So if you are here, make sure to do hashtag live for live, hashtag replay if you're catching the replay. And we are going to get started in a minute here. I'll give everybody a second. I'm also trying to do something different, but we'll see if I can even get it because I don't know how to do this stuff. So everything is a work in progress. So I am super excited for tonight. You guys are just stuck with me. So we'll see how that goes. I'm excited about it. We'll see if you guys are excited about it because I've been really wanting to tackle this. And I think we've talked about it in other things too. But I want to talk about mom guilt. So I am super excited to do that tonight. So yeah, again, hashtag live if you're here live, hashtag replay if you're catching the replay. And yeah, just super excited to see everybody tonight. And I know we usually start our day with positives. So once you get on, if you have a positive, if you'd like to go ahead and share a positive with me. It looks like we're finally up on Facebook too, because I'm streaming more than one place tonight. So we'll see how it works and if it's working out well. So again, once you're on, hashtag live. If you're here live, hashtag replay. If you're here on the replay, again, I'm excited to talk to everybody tonight about, mom guilt. I think that's the big thing. And I've kind of been doing some posts up to this point where I've been talking about, mom guilt or talking about moms who are struggling and faking a smile. And all of this has kind of been leading up to tonight's live. So I'm just a bit excited about it. So take a minute if you can to share this or put a watch party. Hashtag live if you're here live. Hashtag replay if you're here on the replay. And yeah, I'm just super excited to be here. So we're going to go over some things today and I'm just really excited. So I want to start every day out with positives. My positive today, and if you have one, please put it in the comments. This is all a place for us to celebrate together and to be a part of this together. So if you have a positive, please put it in the comments because let's just celebrate. So my positive today is we had a doctor's appointment for my son and it went very easily. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later on because it's not always easy. And that's what tonight is about realizing that it's not always easy and it's not always fun being a mom. And I think that's a big part of mom guilt. So I wanted to start tonight out a little different and do something fun. And it kind of ties in with what I'm doing. And my kids and my little sister are obsessed with like TikTok and all those crazy videos. And so I thought, well, one of the big ones they've been doing is like the Never Have I Ever. So I thought it'd be fun to do a Never Have I Ever mom guilt edition. So I want to kind of start out with that. So I don't know if you've done this before. Again, if everybody who's here, hashtag live if you're here live, hashtag replay if you're here on the replay. I am super excited that everybody is here and that we are, I'm getting to share tonight with you. Again, make sure to put your positives in if you're on the positives. And sorry, I'm trying to get this, get this right. Sorry about that. Okay. So, yeah, so just if you have a positive, please put it in. Kathleen is on there. Say hello, Kathleen. Oh, she said my babies are all getting better. They are. I think we are actually finally over in Bendigo. I celebrated too early last week, and the baby got it, so we are not there. So never have I ever. Okay. I don't know if you're familiar with the game, and if you're not, all you do is you start out with 10 fingers up. Okay. 10 fingers up. Hello, Tiffany. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, everybody. I'm super excited to see all of you. So start with 10 fingers up. Okay. And when I say never have I ever, if you've done that thing, I want you to put a finger down. Okay. So like never have I ever eaten a burger down. Okay. Because I've I love burgers. So, probably more than I should. So yes. So 10 fingers up. Hello, Melissa. Okay. Now we're going to get started. Never have I ever yelled at my kids in public. I have definitely done that. I have definitely done that, followed by the look of, I'm not a psycho. You just don't realize what they're doing right now. So yes, finger down. Okay. Never have I ever failed to cherish every moment of every day of motherhood. No, it is not all sunshines and rainbows, folks. And if it is for you, congratulations. And I am so happy for you. And that is awesome. But it's okay that we all don't feel that way, because I'll tell you right now, every day is not a perfect gem. Some days are a struggle. Okay. Number 3, I haven't been to a library, park, or party, or some sort of structured activity that could better my children, at least in the last 6 months. And I understand that COVID is here, but I'll tell you, I have gotten a lot of like electronic ways and electronic things for them to do. So I have not been on top of it. So I am putting that down, because that is something where I'll see moms online and they're like, oh, I went to the library. Oh, we went to the jump park, or, oh, we went to this, and it's awesome. And I'm so excited for you guys. And I'm like, oh, I wish that could be me. I wish that could be my kids, but it's just not our life. And so, yeah, finger down for me. Okay. Next one, incomplete baby book. I even signed up for a thing where I could go on and I pay them so that they send me text reminders to tell them what's awesome about my kids today, or they'll send me super things. And I still don't even answer those all the time. And it's like a setup system for that. And like, really, I have a baby box and baby books. And I tried with Aiden, because he was my first, let's be honest, the first one, you're kind of like, I'm going to be on top of it, and I'm going to scrapbook, and I'm going to save every piece of hair and every tooth and everything. And now, like, Bubby, Tari, sorry, guys. I love you just the same, but Mama don't have time for a baby book. Okay. And if you do that and you keep that, that's amazing. That's awesome. And hopefully that's something that you're really good at and you enjoy. Not me. Okay. Next one. I stopped breastfeeding before a year, or was still breastfeeding 2 years after. Okay. Tiffany says, I gave up when I wrote the wrong name on the front page of my permanent marker. That's great. I am not laughing. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing because that is amazing. And that is 100% something that I would do. So that is so great. So yes, so the next one, stop breastfeeding before 1 year or after 2 years. Okay. I am definitely putting a finger down, because I have definitely breastfed one of my kids where I stopped before a year. And I feel like it's such a hot button topic. And that's not something that we're here to do, is like judge people for that, or say you should do this or you should do that. I am a firm believer on whatever is best for you and your baby, do it. And the same token, I also have breastfed a baby after 2 years, which some people see as it's kind of weird now. They don't really need it though, do they? Again, that is between me and my baby. And I love advice, and I'm not trashing moms or people that give you advice. I think it's great. And I understand that everyone has their opinions and they think that they're helping you for the best. But I have definitely been on both sides of that. So I don't know if you noticed, I've got all 5 fingers down. So next one, use a cell phone or a tablet to distract my child. Today, okay? We had a doctor's appointment today. I totally had Blippi on my phone, okay? So whatever my son is obsessed with at that point, if it means that he is not going to scream at strangers in a public setting, because let's face it, he's 2 and he's not always going to be perfectly behaved, then I'm going to do it. So if that means handing my phone over so that he can watch the most annoying YouTube phenomenon at this moment, that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Sorry, not sorry. Okay. Next one. Forgot picture day. Okay. I forgot picture day. Funny story. My kids did not. So that meant that they actually went on and wore the most ridiculous outfit that they could find. and got away with it. Where, of course, I did retakes. Of course, I did retakes. And that's what retakes are for, people. Okay. Therefore, when you forget, when you don't fill out your little thing, or your kids like mine wear a like old, really gross and stained, like, what was that? Like a scarf in the middle of like September. They wore a scarf that was dirty and gross. First off, who let her get away with that? What teacher was like, hey, I don't think your mom wants you with that. And no, maybe I'm just really protective of her neck health. I don't know. Okay. But seriously, like, she got away with it. Totally forgot it. And it probably won't be the first one that I forget either. Okay. Let's be honest here. Okay. It's a wonder. And I have to say, the teachers in our school are amazing. And they'll say, Jessie, it's time. I've literally gotten messages from one that's been like, hey, Jessie, they're going to be getting their pictures taken today. And then I'm driving there and I'm like, that's great. Retakes. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Retakes. Next one. Use TV as a babysitter. Yeah, I kind of do that. Okay. If you've ever been on a live call or a live phone, or you just want a phone call or just need a break, or you want to get like dinner done and you don't want them to ask you every step of the way, even though they're trying to be helpful. And that's amazing. And that's great. And yes, Jeanette, I know they should cook with us and it's great, but I'm not going to do it every time. So yes, I will turn on TV and I will say, pick something. And even if that's a documentary, I will use TV as a babysitter sometimes. No shame. Okay. Next one. Hid in the laundry room, bathroom, car, or outside from your children or husband. We'll put that down. Yeah, definitely me. Definitely me. Okay. I have this annoying habit that my husband actually hates. And it's really funny to me that he will go and I will pull into the car and I will spend like 10 minutes inside of my car, 10 or 15 minutes even inside of my car, like checking emails, going through notifications. Melissa says she loves the garage. That's great. Going through notifications and everything like that and trying to figure out basically basically I'm processing what I did that day and get basically like hyping myself up because my day is not done. Okay. When I leave work and I come home, my day is not done. Okay. And sometimes you just need that. Or if you're a stay-at-home mom, I was a stay-at-home mom for a little bit. Dad comes home, you need that like reset to like ground or do whatever. That's totally okay. Just do it. Just ground yourself, okay? And don't feel bad about it. Go take a second, go walk outside. I used to hide in the laundry room because if everybody thought I was doing laundry, they thought that I would give them laundry to put away or do. So whenever I stepped in the laundry room, they would leave me alone. And that was my spot when I was like a stay-at-home mom. Now it's in the car and they will literally walk out to the car and find me. And yeah, I'm like, give me my time, give me my moment. Okay. Thank you. Oh, Tiffany said we just got internet with COVID. That's been nice. Yes. See, it's not always bad, folks. And if you feel bad about letting them watch like streams of just nonsense, like make a day. We make a day where it's like Thursdays are documentary days. So they're only allowed to watch documentaries on Thursdays. Okay. It doesn't have to all be like crazy kid challenges and everything like that. But if you need it, just do it. Okay, whatever will keep their attention so that you can get 10 minutes of sanity. So the next one and the last one, felt like I wasn't good enough, wasn't a good enough mother, or like I was screwing up my kids. Guys, every day, all the time, certain moments, certain things will 100% most definitely do that. Okay, so all my fingers are gone, y'all. Okay. Because even though you might see smiling faces and, go through my feed one point, you'll see smiling faces, you'll see kids posing, you'll see all of that. There are definitely times where I feel like I am screwing out my kids. Okay. There are definitely times where I feel like I am not doing enough. I am not going, I'm not doing enough with them. I'm not going to enough things. And like Melissa's on here. She's great. There are times where I will see her like taking our kids out and they're going to like rock shows and they're going to things, or I'll have friends where they're like taking their kids to the library every day, or they're taking them out to go like deep sea fishing or learning how to make shoes from like, I don't know, grass they grew themselves or, hemp that they grew themselves. I don't know. Like there's all sorts of people where I'll see them on there and I'll think, man, I'm not doing enough. I'm not doing my thing. And you feel like someone else could do it better. Okay. You feel like you could, do it. Someone else could do better, or you're not doing enough. And it's all of us. Okay. It's all of us. It's true. That's why they call it mom guilt. They don't just, there's not like there is just guilt, but there's a reason they have specifically mom guilt. And it's because moms get guilt a lot of the times. Okay. And we all have our own own way of guilt. We all have our thing, whether it's you wish you were home more because you're a working mom, or you own your own business and you're like, I don't pay enough attention to my kids, or I wish I could bake with them, or I wish I could do this with them. Okay. There's that. Or you're a stay-at-home mom and you're like, oh, there's statistics either way that you go. Either way, there's been statistics that if you stay at home, your kids are going to be more emotionally balanced or something like that. If you stay, or if you work, your kids are more likely to be successful entrepreneurs or have, jobs. And I'm just, these are just statistics that I'm spreading out, because literally you could Google any statistic and you'll probably find somebody who's found that to be true or untrue. Okay. Because the reality is none of us know what we're doing. Okay. We're all just going with what's right for us and for our people. Okay. We go out and we're searching for the experts. We're searching for the experts. We're searching for all the people who know everything. We're searching the mom bloggers. We're searching the mom bloggers, everything. And that's something I looked it up. I wanted to know what makes an expert. So I'm going to read you the definition of what an expert is. Okay. An expert is somebody who has a broad and deep competence in terms of knowledge, skill, and experience through practice and education in a particular field. Okay. An expert more generally is a person with extensive knowledge or ability based on their experience or occupation in that particular area. So let's break that down. Okay. An expert basically means, to be an expert, you need what I got 3 things from that: knowledge, experience, and skill. Okay. First things first, I think we need to break down the whole thing that there is one form of motherhood. There's one right way to do everything. Okay. I think we can all agree there's no one right way to do everything. You may agree with what's right or what's wrong for you or your family, but that means that you have your own right or wrong way for parenting. Okay. Because the reality is we all have our own way of what our own idea of what we feel is right or good or perfect. So you know what that makes us? See where I'm going here? That makes you the expert on your family and your kids. Okay. I'm not going to know how to raise my neighbor's kids. I don't know what they've been through. I don't know if they have challenges. Okay. I don't know if there's something that they have. I don't know if they have a learning disability. I don't know if they've been through past trauma. I don't know if that mom has been through trauma. I don't know if that mom agrees in being organic, or if she agrees in breastfeeding or epidurals or, homeschooling or whatever. I have no idea. So I can't be the expert in how she parents her kids. Okay. Just like I can't expect somebody to be the expert in how I want to raise my kids. Do you know how many times I'll have an issue and I'll go, I'm feeding through Facebook, I'm feeding through Instagram, I'm feeding through Google looking for answers on the best way to raise my kids, or the best way to show my kids something, or, what's the best way to do this? What's the best way to do that? And I might get ideas, but I'll tell you, like 9 out of 10 times in reality, I end up winging it. Okay. I end up trying to make like some form of that because none of what they all said was going to work. It's like a recipe. Okay. It's like a recipe. Do you know how many times have you gotten a recipe and followed it exactly to the T? Okay. Well, somewhere around there, somebody's allergic to this, or somebody has an intolerance to this, or you just didn't like that spice in it. So you change it up. That's what motherhood is, guys. That's what it is. That's parenthood in general. It's motherhood. Okay. Just change the recipe. Just add your spice, add your own spice, become your own expert. Okay. Because you are the only one who knows your kids. You birthed them. Okay. You birthed them. You know what their circumstances have been through all of it. Okay. So I know that there are going to be some things that my kids are going to respond to that aren't going to work for other kids. And not just that, with 5 kids, There's going to be things that work for one kid that don't work for another kid because they're individuals as well. And I have to try and adjust my parenting to do so. So stop looking for experts because you're the expert. You can look for advice, you can look for support, and I am always a huge fan of that. Like, definitely do that, okay? But you're not going to find an expert on your family and your kids and your mom style because it's yours. It's yours. It's you. Okay? Okay, I'm bringing this up. Thank you, Kathleen. She says, no two mom situations are the same. Every set of experience will differ. There is no such thing as one way that works for every mom or even every kid in a single family. And honestly, I think if we all just kind of admitted that to ourselves and to each other, this whole thing would be a lot easier. It would. Because I feel like half of what we're doing is trying to keep up with Mrs. Robinson, trying to stay as like up to date with Miss Beaver. You're going with the people down the road. You're trying to keep up with that lady on Facebook or that lady on Instagram that you think has it all. Okay. And I am a big person about this because even when you have it all, you might still be struggling. Okay. So I want to go over some key, like kind of mistakes, if there are mistakes that moms could be making. Because let's be honest, there are sometimes, beyond the severe ones, because we're not going over those today. Obviously, you need to make sure that you are keeping a safe and healthy environment for your kids. I did not intentionally put happy in there because sometimes your kids will not be happy with the decisions that you make to keep them healthy and safe. Okay? Healthy and safe are the two majors. But there are times, like I said, they're not going to be happy. You go up and ask my kids, okay? I am a mean mom. They are not always happy with me. But are they healthy and safe while they're there? Absolutely. Because I'm going to do everything I can. I think every mom kind of like has that where they want to make sure that they are providing a healthy and safe environment for their kids. So that's not what I'm talking about here, though. I'm talking about mistakes like, first off, are you forcing or shaping your child? Okay? When your child gets upset about something they're wanting to do or you're wanting them to do, ask yourself, am I doing this because I think it's best for my kid or because am I wanting them to do this? I'll give you a couple examples. First off, my daughter Atari is shy. Okay? She is shy. She is adorable. She is so sweet. And some of her other kids or some of her other siblings are performers. And so I wanted her to be more the performer type. And I try to get her out to sing because she has a beautiful voice. And that is not what she wants. So I had asked myself, yes, I want everybody to hear that she's got a beautiful voice. Yes, I know that she's adorable and sweet and kind. But if she's not comfortable with going in front of that camera, that's not my place to put her there. Okay. Now, Alice, I can't get her away from it. Okay. Kid's always up there trying to make videos of herself and doing things. I need to make sure that I'm not pushing that on her. Okay. And like my son, I wanted him to be in sports because I wanted to be a sports mom. Yes, I wanted it. Okay. You moms, you sports moms, I want that. I wanted that life. Okay. I wanted to be at the games. I wanted to be screaming and cheering on the sidelines, paying on there. Now I do cheer. And anybody who is a cheer mom understands that it's pretty much just like it gets intense. Okay. But I wanted that for him. And as he put it, he says, Mom, I'm more of a reader. And I just had to be okay with that. I had to realize that I had to stop pushing him to what I thought would make him the best of what he wanted to be or what I wanted of him, but what he wanted to make him better. So, you know what I started doing? Buying him books, getting him involved in book groups. He's involved. He's got a lot of family members that go through and read with him and everything. And I needed to mold him the way that shape him into a better version of him, not into a version that I thought he needed to be. So that is something that I feel, they have different strengths, they have different weaknesses. So make sure that you are, enhancing your child, not trying to replace them or, make them something they're not. Next thing is peer pressure parenting. And let me know if you guys have had any issues with this stuff, okay? Because seriously, I can't be the only one. I'm giving you real life examples because I am a real life advocate in what parenting is, what it isn't. I think that there's a lot of things involved here where, there's tons of people and there's tons of books and things out there that paint an unrealistic version of parenthood, okay? And peer pressure parenting is one of them. And it's not even like what you want, but it's what you think others want. Okay. Maybe you're trying to like, oh, I want all the likes and all the love. Okay. And so I want them to be this version because I think that's what will get them there. Okay. Or there's a parent or a sibling or whatever that thinks that they need to be raised this way and you need to listen to them for that. Just check in with yourself, check in with your family, check in with your kids or your husband and say, how do we want them raised? And make sure that that's staying in line. Okay. I mean, and there's times where people tell me awesome things that are going on where I should get my kids involved in them, or I think that I should. And I'm like, yeah, that'd be great. Or even sometimes where I'm like, yeah, I really don't want to do this. And I know my kids don't want to do this, but you know what? This person's going to be there. This person's going to be there. This person really thinks I should. And basically I need to do it because when you do that, you're like losing the whole point of it. Okay. Like with volunteering, my family goes out and we volunteer. Okay. I volunteer because it is close to my heart. It's something I'm extremely passionate about. And I'll be honest. I did force my kids the first time because it's just like a vegetable. Okay. Try it once. Tell me you don't like it. And then we'll talk. Okay. Not saying that they're going to get away with not doing it every time, but that was a perfect example for us. Okay. I went out, I made them volunteer. And by the end of it, they were so excited that they wanted to go back again. Not only did they want to go back, they wanted to go and they wanted to find ways that they could do things, either outside of that organization or outside of that event that they could make a difference themselves. And I grew that in them. And, because I went with what I wanted and or what I thought was best for us and our family instead of doing something else. So I think that that's really important for parents to take away and moms in general is just, that. I mean, let me know if there's any way or, there's ever been a time that you felt pressure to do or not do something. We had talked about the breastfeeding thing. I don't get too crazy in that because again, like I said, I believe whatever is for you. But, prime example right now, my boy is 2. I'm still weaning him. I've been weaning him for a year. Okay. COVID hit, stuff happened, things get stressful. It's a comfort for him. And I don't drink. I don't do bad things for my body. I exercise, I eat well. And because of that, I feel like it's a good choice for us and our family. And if and that's not the popular opinion of some people, and that's okay. And we'll be done when we're ready, and that's okay. But until then, I don't have to worry about it. I don't have to be pressured into what other people are saying, even if it's my 11-year-old daughter who's like, Mom, is me old enough? It's not your business. It's not your business, kid. Okay. It's between me and the baby. Stay out of it. Anyways, I digress. Okay. So next thing, are you parenting to be the best in the eyes of your children, yourself, maybe social media? Are you putting that front on where you're not really putting in the work maybe, or you're trying to be the best that you can and you're just feeling like you're falling short because you're trying to keep up with, Instagram moms, Twitter moms, stuff like that. And I say this as one of those moms that puts up those photos. Okay. I put up awesome, happy, smiling photos of my kids and myself. And I'll tell you, it takes us a while to get there because the reality is it's hard and it's not always there, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to put those up there because I like that. I think it helps. I usually put messages along with it, but as long as people know that that's not my reality every single day. Okay. Literally it's, hey, we look cute today and everybody's behaving. Let's snap this picture. And I might actually post that like a week or 2 later, or I might like save them up. Okay. Don't think that my life is like that every single day because it absolutely is not. It is absolutely not. Okay. So, and then another big mistake, I think, and I'll end it with this one. And again, I say mistakes very lightly, very generally. Okay. Ooh, I'm going to read Melissa's comment really quick though. She says, she says, I think sometimes, let's see, I think sometimes even other kids' parents pressure parents to do things as well. That gets stressful too. I think we all just need to let parents be parents as long as they are being safe. Yes. Yes. 100%. 100%. Yes. 100%. I totally agree. Yes. And she said I had to delete Pinterest because it was making it hard to love being a mom. Yes. Yes. And that's why that was one of the things that made me start this. Okay. That was one of those things because literally it started a few months ago where COVID started. We're stuck at home with our kids. And it was literally like, hey, moms, this sucks. Let's talk about it. Okay. Because it's real. It's real. That's why it's Mom on a Mission, real moms, real questions, real answers. Okay. And that's what I try to bring. So, and that's one thing that I always have. People are like, oh, like it's great to be like, hey, get this all, get it out here and pretend like it's okay and pretend like everything is perfect and every mode is perfect. And that's why I urge people to find things or people that you are looking to that will give you a real outlook, okay? Give you the reality, the real version, not the edited, not the filtered version of it, because it's not always good. It's not always pretty, but it's so worth it. I say that because it is so worth it. Every single moment that one of my kids says that I love you, or that they say that they know that they're loved by me, it's totally worth it. Okay. So rather than just saying ways to make a mistake, because I was watching actually my cousin's one of her lives earlier, and one of her pet peeves, and it's one of mine too, that you are constantly giving people things that they are doing wrong and you don't offer them real solutions. And that's where we come in. Okay. So Kathleen, I love that. Never measure yourself by another's yardstick. That's great. I love that. I'm going to use that. Okay. But I'm going to give you some ways that I feel would be helpful to you. Okay. So number one, be consistent. And I say this as a fellow procrastinator. Okay. I am 100% a procrastinator. And I feel like sometimes I could be unreliable, which is funny because I have been told by some people that they feel like that's a strength for me. Again, it's funny how we often guilt ourselves and how we often get mad at ourselves and think that we're the only ones that are struggling, or something that is a weakness in us that others see a strength in themselves. So, if I'm being honest with myself, a weakness that I have is that I feel like I'm constantly underperforming, or that I'm constantly not doing enough, that I'm putting things off, or that I'm not reliable and always there for people. So, that's something that I personally struggle with. And I know we all have something. Maybe it's not that, but we all have something. And so I think it's important for people to realize and understand that you're not alone in that. So, be consistent, attempt to be consistent. Okay. Like I said, I try every day where we at least do positives around the table. Be consistent with yourself and your kids. Give yourself time to be alone. Like I said, if you're escaping into the garage or the laundry room or your car or wherever, be consistent in that. Okay. Give yourself, schedule it in. Look at your schedule. There's a lot of times where I think I have no time. And I will look at my schedule and say, actually, there's this little time here. Even if it's 10 or 15 minutes, give yourself time to do that thing. Be consistent with your kids. Okay. Again, one of those things where I will go in spurts where I'm trying to keep up with the Jones, and I will want to go to this thing and 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 this thing. And I have a child that is very hard on. He needs to have structure and he needs to have consistency. And when I'm trying too hard to keep up with the Jones, I end up leaving one of my kids behind. And that's not always a good thing. So, be consistent in what you're doing, or the walk-in closet. Yes. Be consistent with what you're doing, make a day that you're going to say, okay, this is the day that we're going to be crazy and go and do all of that stuff. Maybe if it's not once a week, once a month, we used to do it once a year. We did a big trip because we financially, and just the trying to get the time off and trying to organize 7 people out of a home with all their schedules was a lot for us. So even just once a year saying, okay, once a year we're going to do this, and then hold to that. Because as long as you're consistent, that's what's gonna help and make it good. Okay. So try and be consistent. Tell me, what are ways that you think either you struggle with being consistent, or what are ways that you suggest people be more consistent with? Okay. That's what we're here for. We're here to put stuff out and get some help. So put that out there. And let's go for that. So next one, get support or ask for help. I am big on this. I always think that you need a support system. And I understand that not everybody has a great support system, either at home, with family, with relatives. There are, single moms. Maybe you don't have a husband or a significant other, or a wife. You don't have somebody there to help you. And that can be very, very hard. But there are people or places or, resources out there. And I was looking some up. One of the things I think is a big one is, postpartum care. And I'm putting these in here, guys, because I think it's important. So postpartum, there's a lot of new moms out there that I find that need help and they need support. And one of the biggest things that makes me feel bad for them is they feel that they cannot ask for it. They feel like, oh, I'm supposed to have this down right at the get-go. The kid, it's like expecting your kid to literally pop out and start walking outside of you. Motherhood, you got to learn to walk. Okay. But you got to learn to walk before you can grow, before you can run, before you can thrive. And that's what happens with parenthood. Okay. I'm 13, almost 14 years into this game. I'm still learning, and I've got 5 underneath me when I'm learning with every single one. It's a new journey and it's a new adventure. So you gotta look for support. And so I'm putting in something in there for postpartum. I've got powerful resources. Let's be honest. There is the National Parent Helpline. I'm going to put their stuff in here too, because that's one of those things where maybe we don't always want to let people know that we're struggling. And hey, I'm totally guilty of that. Otherwise, what's Google here for? Right? What's Google here for? What's that? Yeah, that's why we have it, because we want to anonymously ask the internet something that we're too ashamed to go out and ask somebody else for. Let's be real, okay? And I mean, my queue is full, okay? My queue is full of that. So I think so if you want national, anonymous tips and stuff, that's one place you can go to. They have lots of forums. Heck, that's what Reddit is for. And I just said Google, it's a big one. And you're not always going to find what's right for you. Again, it's not going to be tailor-made for you and your family, and that's okay. But you can get ideas for that. You can get support, and you sometimes just knowing you're not alone in it, is a big thing. And I think I've got one more that I'm going to put in here, and I think it's an important one. Yes. Hashtag real talk. Okay. And then Melissa says she's always learning to ask for help. Yes. You can't pour from an empty cup. Absolutely. I was talking about that last week with Leah. And one of the things I try to spread is confidence and joy. Okay. Confidence and joy. And joy is a big one for me. And when you're filling other people's cups, you got to make sure you're filling a cup, because yours is so full and overflowing that it's going over and it's filling other people's cups. Okay. So again, finding a support system is a good way to do that. I'm also going to put in this one here. It's stressed out. It's a 24/7 1-800 line. Okay. And again, these are sources out there to have moms help and find help and get help for what they need. Okay. So, there's just a couple. I've got a lot more. And, also, we've got tons of things. Join a group, join a Facebook group. I have a Facebook group. It's called Work Like a Mother. I need to get better. Again, I keep talking about reliability and showing up. I need to get better about going in there and facilitating more conversations. We're getting more people in there, and I would love to have more. But that's not what it's about. It's not about me. It's not about an opportunity for me to sell to you or advertise to you or whatever. No, it's not about that. It's about finding support for other moms and finding support for other women that need help, and making it available to them, because that's what it's all about, is them understanding that they're not alone, or you understanding that you're not alone. It took me a long time to get there. Okay. And literally this has helped with that as well. So that's great. Next one, we kind of already did this. Take timeouts, take timeouts for yourself. We talked about that, but take timeouts for your family. Okay. Seriously, I had a heck of a week. Okay, let's be honest. I have a heck of a week. I have a son that struggles with anxiety and panic attacks and a load of other things. And we've been getting him tested and stuff. And it's not something that I usually publicly declare. And I need to get better about that with my own struggles and with the struggles of my family, because I realize that it will help other people understand that they're not alone. Because we had a routine exam and it did not go well. I called ahead. I did everything I could, but sometimes he's just not comfortable and it causes him to break down. And, there's been talk of like being on the spectrum or doing this or doing that. And it doesn't matter what it is. And I know that there are other parents that go through this, or maybe your kid, I have a kid that just has an attitude all the time and is kind of disrespectful and kind of crazy and awful sometimes to other, like, it's just the truth. Okay. But when you see the other vibrant things inside of her, it makes it worth putting up with those other things. And like with Aiden, I felt helpless. I felt completely helpless this week as I watched my son break down and not be able to calm him down, and literally being in a doctor's office of all places, where they should be able to help me, and them sitting there just being stunned and not knowing what to do. Really, it was such a helpless feeling for me. And all my training and everything that I did and everything that I study and all the certifications that I've had and done and all the breathing techniques that I knew and the grounding techniques that I've done and the books that I've read, they all flew my mind in that moment. While I was just trying to get my baby to be okay. And so we ended up getting to a point where he was able to calm down, and I was able to get him to a place where I could get him literally just out the door. And I went, and you know what we did? We got pizza, we got burgers, we got ice cream, we went home, we cuddled in blankets, and I turned everything off. So if you tried to get a hold of me that day, I was off. Just turn the world off, because sometimes you need to do that, because sometimes looking up Google, looking at Instagram, looking at Pinterest, looking at all those things, they're not going to help you. They're going to make you feel worse. And you just need a timeout. And so does your family. Okay. Whether it's that you go outside and do something, whether it's that you go to the lake, or whether that you go fishing or whatever, we literally cuddle up in blankets. We ate junk food, and we went and we just watched Avenger movies. I know I was saying that earlier in the week that we had done that, and another moment. And it's just what our family does to cope, because you need those like backup coping mechanisms. You need those timeouts where you just allow your family to just, nope, no chores, no phones, no tablets, no nothing, no outside world, just us together in a timeout, and just kind of like healing or rebuilding or regenerating, us as a family and a household. And that's okay that you need to do that. You know what I mean? And they are the best days, Melissa. They're great. They're great days. And so, it's just finding that moment in that time and realizing that it's okay for you to do that. So, those are some, the last one, literally just like, listen to your expertise. Listen to yourself. Go with your gut. Go with what you feel is right. Don't think about what this post says, or what this article says, or what that magazine on the shelf says, or no offense, what your mother-in-law says. And that, like, I have a great relationship with my mother-in-law. But if you don't worry about it. Don't worry about what your dad says. Don't worry about what the other kids say. Worry about you, your family, and your household, and what is going to make you guys thrive. Okay. Allow yourself to be the expert. Allow yourself to take your own advice, because bottom line, that's what matters. You could literally follow every single piece of advice that even I ever gave you. Every single piece of advice that I ever gave you, you go ahead and you follow it. And you know what? You might not be happy. You probably won't be happy if you're just listening to me and you're not taking into account anything that you or your kids want, because there's no way that I would know that unless I'm living in your home. So don't do that. Don't listen to just me. Don't listen to just one thing. Go ahead and pull from different sources. But in the end, like, go with your gut. Okay. Like, I believe in going with your gut, whether it's your gut or your heart or whatever, like, go with it. Okay. Do what you think that is best for you, and don't self-doubt. Don't do that. And then don't feel guilty about it. Stop with the mom guilt. Don't feel guilty about it. Don't feel guilty because you think you made a good decision for your family. Don't feel guilty about that. And if it wasn't, because let's face it. Okay. Let's face it. Sometimes you're going to make decisions and you go with your gut, you go with your feelings, and it's still not right. And you're like, I screwed up. Been there. Okay. Totally been there. Did I have feelings of guilt? Absolutely. Am I going to beat myself up, eat myself up about it? No, that's not healthy. That's not okay. If it affected my kids in an adverse way, I will absolutely go up to them and say, hey guys, sorry, this didn't work. My bad. Let's try it a different way. Maybe I'll listen to you this time, or maybe we'll do something different. Because I'm not always going to know. I'm not always going to make the right decisions. But the fact that I went with what I thought was best, tried that out, and then now I know, okay, maybe this is the adjustment. Change the spice. Okay, I'm going to use that again because I kind of like that one. Change the spice. Okay, go off the recipe, and realize that it's not going to work for you. Okay, school schedule, perfect example of that. I changed my school schedule like 6 times before we got to one that was going to actually work for us, because I thought, oh, this is what we could do. This is what we should do. And then I realized, this is what we can do, because those things do not always line up. Okay. And that's okay. So don't feel guilty about it. So I am super excited because I actually found a pretty neat book about it. And it's called The Kids Will Be Fine. Guilt-Free Motherhood for Thoroughly Modern Women. Okay. Now I kind of like some of the things in this book, and I thought it was like a fun little thing. And I got a couple of them because I wanted to share my knowledge with that. So I am going to be giving away 2 of these books, and I'm either going to be, I actually have 2 things. I have 2 of these books and a Jumpstart with Jessie thing. Okay. And now I understand I don't normally self-promote on here, and you can totally say no if you don't want to. And you can, or if you have somebody that you think could use it. I am not a mom that tells moms exactly what they should do. What I do is I help to give you the confidence in you so that you can be the best mom that you can be for you and your kids. So you can allow yourself to be your own expert. Okay. And so I'm going to be doing all 3 of those things. So I want to make sure that I am going to make that available to you guys. All you need to do is share this post. Make sure to do it public. Please, 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 please do it public, because then I can see it and I can put you in, because I love doing that. And I'm so sad when I can't see you do it. Okay. So share it publicly, or tag a friend that you know, either like just tag a friend. Tag a friend that you think needs to hear some of this, that maybe can contribute to some of this or anything like that. So tag a friend or share this post, and you will have until Sunday at 4. That's my normal time. So I'll go on and I will do a little mix, and then I will give you the choice of either the book or the Jumpstart with Jessie. Simply because I've had a lot of moms that have asked me about it, and I know that times are tough right now, and sometimes you just can't shell that out. And I don't want to hold you back. So that's my way of helping out and kind of giving back. So hopefully that's something that you guys are interested in. If you have questions about it, you can go ahead on my website, because I have all the information there, which is www.wildjessie.com. And please, look it over, see if it's for you. But otherwise, I have an awesome book, and I really like this book too. So I will send you this book. Okay. So, again, I just want to make sure, if you need a good support, there's go to work like a mother. You can always message me, Jessie at wildjessie.com. I really, I really hope that this resonated with you guys. I was really trying to be kind of vulnerable here. And again, that's what it's about, is putting myself out there, really just in an effort to help moms feel more empowered, more confident, and frankly, just feel like you're not all alone, because motherhood can be really lonely. And that's just a reality of it. We really can feel like we're the only one in this. And, that's why I try to bring on so many awesome moms that do so many different things. I try to bring on real moms that do things that are like realistic, that we can actually pull off, and that things that we can do or implement into our lives, because I think that it's important that we give real solutions for things, and that we understand that this is real. And I really think that by doing that, we're really just, we're creating a new way for motherhood. Thank you. I love you too, Melissa. I really do. But we're just creating a new way of motherhood and a new way of doing things. And I think that that's awesome. And I'm just glad that you guys are on this journey with me. Again, as always, if you know a mom that is awesome, empowered, or inspiring, please connect her with me. You can give me her email or her name. You can tag her below, and then you can, double duty that. Or you can message me. You can call me. You can find me on my website. Literally, I make myself available to you. So there's definitely ways that you can find me. Send her this and say, hey, I think you'd be interested in that. You can do that privately. You don't have to do it publicly so I can see her. But, let her know, because that's, as long as I have awesome moms to talk to and awesome people to bring on, I will totally continue doing that. And as long as you guys want to hear it. So thank you to you. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the shares. Thank you for being engaged and being a part of this. I am super excited by that. I love, I constantly am just in awe of all the amazing responses and the amazing people that come on, and the messages I get privately. Because if you don't feel confident commenting on there, go ahead and message me. Like, I don't blast that stuff. I am 100% willing and loving listening to what you have to say, suggestions and comments and everything. I just, as long as it's helping people grow, that's what it's all about. So I'm super excited by that. So just go ahead and do that. I don't want to be too much longer. I appreciate everything that you guys have done. Hopefully you've gotten some of these tips. Let me know how many fingers you were holding up in that. I should have said that earlier, but let me know how many fingers you were holding up by the end of that, because I think if you remember, I was 0. And that's okay. Okay. Hashtag sorry, not sorry. Okay. Real moms, real motherhood here. So, even if it means a parenting fail, that's what it is. So if, I just, again, just remember, when you are doing it all, you don't have to do it all alone. That's why we're here. Okay. Come to me, come to somebody else, find a friend, find a family member, find a support system. I put some awesome resources in here. I can most definitely find you others if one of those doesn't speak to you, or it's not in your area, which most of those were national and some were international. Please look them up, look me up. Let's help each other out. Okay. Let's continue this going. And, just thank you guys. I love this. I love what we're doing here. I thank you for this. I look forward to seeing you Sunday. Again, I said before, my week goes from Thursday to Thursday. I'm super excited that I get to do this again in another week, and I look forward to it. Next week, I am actually going to have Hiedi Whipple on. She is an awesome mom that was introduced to me by another awesome mom that I had on, Jeanette. So she is a foster mom, and she's going to talk to us about that, about her choice in that. I think she's got some statistics lined up on that, and, just some of the misconceptions or the myths that we think can or can't be part of fostering, and why it's so important in our world today. And this is something that's really close to my heart. So I hope that you guys can make it next week. Again, share, like, tag a friend. And again, remember, when you're doing it all, you do not have to do it all again, all alone. I am Jessie from Wild Jessie Consulting, and a mom on a mission. Thank you for taking this mission with me. You guys have a beautiful, beautiful Thursday night. Enjoy it. Enjoy it with your family. Maybe take a time out, and just know I'm here. I love you guys, and I make myself available. So find me if you need me. Okay. Have a great